What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Fox Chamber and another edition of Fan Rise. We are back with episode 16. Yes. Before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and say it again real quick. Send your pictures in to Fan Rides. Give me a bunch of pictures from different angles, interior pics, engine pics, and about a minute clip of it running. Because I don't think it'll take anything too much more than about a minute to email, because anything more than a minute to email, I don't think it will. And send it to this email address right here, and we will get you on Fan Rides. Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, but anyway, let's get into this. The first ride we got is from Donald Basner, and he is from Alabama, same place I am right now, Alabama. Sweet, love it, hometown dude. He's had his Mustang for 21 years now. And what he has on this thing, it's a 85 GT Fastback with T-tops. And he says, not many of these things around. Yes, not seen a whole lot of Fastback GTs of the around 85 models with the 4i kind. 302 V8, T5 trans with Hertz Pro Comp shifter and 373 Auburn lockup rear. The exterior is restored black on black. He says, note the Mercan nose running lights. Hope I'm saying that right, Mercan? The running lights. Custom hood louvers and Predator hood scoop. The 302 rebuilt with Edelbrock intake, manifold, and air cleaner, and Edelbrock Victor heads with valve covers, Holley 650 carb, underdrive pulley kit, shorty headers with X-pipe, crossover, and custom Flowmaster exhaust. Love the Flowmaster on a Fox. And I rock the Super 10s, of course, because I love how they sound. MSD Pro Billet distributor, MSD ignition box with blaster coil, Flexalite electric fan, brakes all around are SSBC Pro Steel disc brakes. Sweet. Interior is a total resto mod, redone with leather seats, the rear seat delete, Grant Formula GT steering wheel, and a Florida 5.0 odometer gauge panel. The drivetrain is not bullied up with any special power adders, which is done on purpose in order to make this thing a little more driver friendly. Oh, of course, you got to have it driver friendly if you want to drive it every day. But it says here he only drives this thing on sunny days. Hasn't seen a drop of rain in 20 years and it's garage kept. Sweet. All right, let's get off in some of these pics. All right, y'all know how I do this thing. We start off with the engine pics, interior, then we go to the outside. So, of course, let's start with the engine. And here we go. Here's that 302 that he was talking about. I love how this thing looks up under the hood. Carbureted. I'm digging it. I'm digging that. Because I've read where, you can get a little bit more power out of these things if it's carbureted. Granted, yes, it's a little harder to start sometimes in colder weather. That's why I like my fuel injected. I just hit the key, turn it, fires up. Of course, y'all know it fires up better now that I got that starter issue fixed. But yeah, carburetors a little bit more sensitive to cold weather. You gotta play with it a little bit to get them things started. So, but this engine, this 302 that's been rebuilt, looks good up under this hood. Yeah, he can say he took his time with this thing. See the Edelbrock valve covers and everything, and the breather on top of this thing too. Yeah, I'm digging that. You can see right there in the lower right the MSD that he's got on this thing. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm digging that. Digging that definitely. All right, here's another shot of the side of the engine so you can get a better view of that those Edelbrock valve covers and breather on top. And I love this shot right here. I love this shot. And see, remember, he didn't do anything extra to this thing, so it'll be real driver friendly. Because sometimes you can beat these things up to the point where it's not even hardly fun to drive except down the track. Because there's a lot of power up under this thing. Up under the ones that's all built up and everything. So it makes it not so driver friendly. But as you can see right here, he was very meticulous in what he done up under this hood. Looks very, very good. Now moving on to the interior. Ooh, I love how this interior looks. This 85 Looks good on the inside. He has taken his time putting this thing together. I love those leather seats. You know, it's hot in the summertime, cold in the winter, but they're easy to clean. That's the part I like about it. Easy to clean. You waste a little something on them, whoop, 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 wipe them off. Yeah. Love the Hertz stick shifter. That thing is sitting up there looking beastie, son. Yes, love that doggone shifter. And that Grant steering wheel. That's straight up old school, y'all. That's straight up old school. Cause I remember back in late 90s, late 80s, early 90s, everybody wanted to have a Grant steering wheel. Had one, of course, on my S10 that I used to have. And it was not the standard size, but it was a little bit smaller. And I had to whip that thing around, boy. But love the steering wheel. Oh yeah, look at this interior. It looks very good on the inside. I love it. And swinging this camera around a little bit, we can get a better view of those seats. And look at the halos, y'all, on the seats. Check out the halo headrest on these leather seats. Oh yeah, he took his time and matched this thing up. Look at all the colors. All the grays and the blacks all go together perfectly. Yeah, love those halo seats. This thing looks good on the inside. Donald, you did a good job on the inside of this thing, brother. I'm digging that. You can kind of check out the rear delete, but we're gonna get to that in just a second. All right, now we can check out that rear seat delete that I was just telling you about. But he has this thing in the back looking phenomenal. Lots of space to put some stuff down. Don't have to worry about those seats. You know, I could do a rear seat delete on mine because don't nothing sit back there but my little backpack and some little odds and ends and stuff like that I carry around. So a rear seat delete on these Foxes looks great. And you can see the inside of this man's car looks good on the inside. This 85 is on point. All right, now we're whooping around to the front end of this thing. Remember, he said it was a black on black with the Mercan nose running lights. Okay, I'm digging this. This looks good on the front. This front end looks good. And he had the custom hood louvers and Predator hood scoop. Oh, you know, it's got to breathe, y'all. Yeah, you know, this thing has got to breathe. Love the hood. And you see it's got the hood pins in it, so you just pop this thing up right fast. Love that. Black on the exterior. Love the 4i GT. Yeah, this thing looks good from the front, y'all. I gotta admit. Hit him down below. Tell him how you like it. All right, little side shot going on here. And right off the bat, looks like he's got the Celine SC type wheels on there. Yo, they fit. Love a 5-star wheel, y'all. You know I love a 5-star wheel. I'm kind of old school like that, I guess. But yes, you can see how he got this thing sitting on the side. You know, has a nice stance to it. You know, like those wheels, those Celine SC type wheels on there. You see, you got that little chrome or machine strip. I think it looks more chrome than machine though. Looks like it's kind of shining a little bit. But yeah, that looks good right there. Love the stance on this bad boy. Now we're gonna move on to a shot that the majority of the folks are gonna see. Nothing but the rear end when you see this when this thing going down the road. This is the view that the majority of the folks are gonna see. This thing leaving and getting smaller. But look at the rear end, y'all. This thing looks good. I mean, it's cleaned up well. Love that wing on the back. Love that wing. Yeah, you see you got the duals running out the back of this bad boy. Yes, this thing is very, very clean, Donald. Love this thing, man. All right, you see right here, just kind of tilted the camera over just a little bit so we can get down a shot down the side. Oh, this thing looks good. Look at the paint. The paint looks great on this thing. This black on black, yes. I love that paint. Looks good, and plus he said he'd never have this thing out in the rain in like the last 20 years. So you know it stays clean. You know it doesn't have a whole bunch of water spots from the rain on it. And the way the way this thing looks on the side, he takes a lot of care cleaning and polishing this thing up. Cause black, y'all know when black is clean, it looks great. But it gets dirty, like that. But hey, you know, you got to pay the cost to be the boss. And with a black car, hey, it looks great. And this one right here, no exception. Now we're gonna take a look at these T-tops. Look at the T-tops, y'all. And you could tell this thing has been inside, because look how well the rubber is around the T-tops. It looks great. It looks like it's been inside, taken care of, and if anything, he's replaced these things, and this thing seals up nice and tight. But yeah, you can tell he's been taking his time on this thing right here. And once again, he said this right here was a rare thing to find. There's some T-tops that are on the old 95 GT fastbacks. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I ever had a GT, or I wonder if I ever had a T-top car. Yes, I think I did, but y'all don't hate me for this. I used to have an 84 Camaro. Yeah. He used to have an 84 Camaro. Yes. And T-top, 305, all that good stuff. Nothing special about it, nothing like that. It was just a regular old Z28. But you know, I done made the switch. I done come around, and I'm loving it. Tell you, I'm loving it. But yes, anyway, this thing looks good on the top right here. You can tell he has taken a lot of care of this GT. All right, we're just gonna take a couple more quick looks on the outside of this bad boy right here before we depart. I just had to get another shot of this thing in the back, y'all. Check how clean this thing is. Y'all can't hate. Y'all cannot hate on this thing right here. Hey, y'all, if you would drop a comment down below, tell Donald how much you admire this car and like this thing. This thing sits up nice. Love that paint. This thing looks real good. You can tell it's been sitting inside for 20 doggone years. No? All right, y'all. That's it. Another edition of Fan Rides in the Books, episode 16. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me and checking out these rides, man, because like I'm saying, I love doing this. And of course, you know, I'm doing it almost separately. You're getting a few more videos other than the once a week that I usually put out. So, you know, hopefully that gives you a little something to watch or whatever. So, yeah, I'm kind of digging it myself. But anyhow, like I was saying, I'm gonna say it again just to make sure, because some people kind of skip over things, and I want to make sure I tell y'all what to do and how to send these bad boys. But when you take pictures of your car, send pictures of the engine, send pictures of the interior, and different angles, and the exterior all the way around certain angles or different angles, and about a minute long clip of it running, because anything longer than a minute I don't think it'll really send. But anyway, I appreciate you for checking me out, and y'all comment down below on how nice Donald's car is, and we're gonna cut this thing off right here. So if you like that, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notifications bell so you can get that fresh stuff when it comes out, and we'll see you later.